Hey there, Commanders Nation. You must be well aware of the season we're having, right? After that tough year with a 4-13 record in 2023, no one expected the Washington Commanders to come out so strong in 2024. With a 6-2 record in the first 8 games, our team is already turning heads in the NFL. And the Commanders front office is looking to improve our team even further. I'm going to explain everything about a possible trade that might happen in the coming weeks. And hey, if you haven't liked the video yet, now's the time, because we're bringing you all the latest news first. And of course, don't forget, our second analysis today is really incredible. Let me tell you, the rumors are hot, and with the trade deadline approaching, it's time for our front office to think about who else could join us. Could there be another addition to this already rolling team? Just imagine, a new wide receiver to support Daniels, a guy who's been making a difference and proving he's not just potential. Terry McLaurin is already benefiting from the partnership and taking advantage of Jaden's potential. So, could someone else be coming to strengthen the offense and maybe take us even further? If you're enjoying this story, stick with me until the end. And look, the wide receiver market is buzzing. Several big names have already changed teams this season, like Amari Cooper, Devontae Adams, and DeAndre Hopkins. We can even dream that the next one might land here. And to spice things up even more, CBS Sports' Tyler Sullivan suggested a trade that, if it happens, will drive the fans wild. The name? T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals. This guy is an incredible talent and, by all indications, might be available. If this trade happens, it's the kind of addition that transforms a good team into a true contender. Now, for those who don't know, T. Higgins has a great story. He started his journey in college football at Clemson, where he was instrumental in winning the national title in 2019. Then he was selected by the Bengals in the 2020 draft, second round, and has been standing out ever since. In 2024, he missed the first 2 games of the season due to a hamstring injury, but came back strong in Week 3 and had an incredible performance in Week 5, with 2 touchdowns and 83 yards against the Baltimore Ravens. In other words, the guy is special, and an acquisition like this would put our Commanders on another level. Liked the idea? Then hit that bell button so you don't miss anything about this possible signing. But why would the Bengals trade Higgins now? The thing is, Higgins is about to become a free agent, and the Bengals haven't secured his renewal yet. This puts the team in a delicate position. If they're not seeing playoff prospects and won't be able to renew, a trade is the best way to avoid losing the player for nothing. And this is where the Commanders can step in and take advantage of this situation. A player like Higgins would certainly bring a huge impact for us, giving our offense more firepower and further increasing confidence in Jaden Daniels. Can you imagine what this would do to our team? And just think, with a new heavyweight wide receiver alongside McLaurin, the Commanders' offense would gain a new dimension. This wouldn't just make Daniels an even bigger threat, but it would increase our chances of going deep in the playoffs. It's that extra confidence that comes when you know you're surrounded by great talent, and the whole team is committed to winning. The front office has already shown they're focused on building something big, and this trade would be the cherry on top. Seriously, if this deal happens, who can stop the Commanders? Now, just so you understand how our defense could also benefit, a powerful offense like this relieves pressure and allows the defense to play more comfortably. Even our secondary, which was already showing improvement, would feel the impact of this signing. Getting a receiver like Higgins isn't just reinforcement for the offense, but for the entire team. It would be a masterful move, bringing balance and confidence to all sectors. And you, fan, can you visualize this scenario? Stay with me and I'll tell you more. Moreover, a trade like this would send a clear message to the rest of the league. The Commanders are here to compete for the title. New GM Adam Peters has done an exceptional job putting the team back on track and proving that in just 1 year, it's possible to transform a team. Just imagine what this heavyweight acquisition would symbolize for the fans and the roster itself. We're looking at a possible level up that could finally bring an unforgettable playoff season. So, will it happen? The exciting part is that if the trade goes through, the Commanders wouldn't just gain a great receiver, but would secure a promising future for Jaden Daniels, who would have a reliable target and chemistry that can only improve. With McLaurin and Higgins on the field, it would be a nightmare for any opposing defense. The expectation is huge, and each of these games could be decisive in showing how far this team can go. Can't help but get excited about this possibility, right? Now, we need to stop and pay attention to what's happening in Washington. We're talking about a season that nobody expected, and a team that took a completely different direction under the leadership of a special guy, Dan Quinn. Since he arrived, it seems like the scenario has changed dramatically, and with each passing week, he's proving to be much more than an ordinary coach. And you know what? I'm going to tell you exactly why and how he transformed this team in a way that left the NFL speechless. That's right, Dan Quinn. Put this guy's name in the spotlight because so far, no one can compete with him for Coach of the Year. With a team full of players who are still finding their way and other positions that were concerning before the season started, he's already achieved something that seemed impossible. He has the Commanders leading the NFC East with an impressive 6-2 record. Oh, and remember that Vegas projected Washington would have at most 6.5 wins at the start of the season. Well, now we're one win away from surpassing that goal, and let's be honest, this is just the beginning. Quinn arrived in Washington with a clear mission: take a team that needed a true rebuild and transform it into a unit that plays like a real team. And he did that from day one. Together with Adam Peters, the new director, they weren't afraid to make drastic changes. Quinn let go of several players from the previous roster, restructured positions, and built the team from scratch, shaping it according to his own style of play. And now, well, the result is there for everyone to see. But there's still much more to this story. Of course, it wasn't easy. Even after several updates, there were still some important gaps in the roster, especially in positions like left tackle, cornerback, and receiver. All this left a question in the air. Could the Commanders remain competitive throughout the season? Most analysts bet they couldn't, predicting the team would have a below-average season. But Dan Quinn wasn't intimidated. He went all in, faced each of these challenges, and knew how to turn uncertainties into strengths. And here we are, my friends, in Week 9, with the Commanders leading the division and securing the second position in the NFC playoff race. Jaden Daniels, the rookie quarterback, has been outstanding, and today he's one of the main candidates for Rookie of the Year. The defense? Well, that's something else. Quinn managed to discipline and organize this group in a way nobody expected. Everyone is playing with focus, commitment, and most importantly, playing as a unit. And that, for a team, is a true revolution. During the press conference after the victory over the Chicago Bears, Quinn made a statement that left everyone thinking. He talked about how difficult it is to find a group of players who really care about each other and play for a greater purpose. According to him, it's not easy and requires a lot of work with frustrating nights and constant challenges. But seeing this group stay united, knowing they believe in themselves and the team, is really something special. And it's exactly this mentality that's making the difference. Now, when we look at the Coach of the Year race, who's closest to Quinn? Kansas City Chiefs with Andy Reid? Look, nobody's taking away Reid's merit, the guy's a master, but he has Patrick Mahomes in command, which makes all the difference. Quinn, on the other hand, had to build everything from scratch, and that, my friends, is quite an achievement. It's easy to be good when you have a star on the team. The hard part is transforming a discredited team into one of the NFC favorites. There's also Matt LaFleur at the Green Bay Packers, who, even dealing with injuries, has been showing great work. But the Packers have a playoff tradition, while Quinn took the Commanders practically from zero. And the Vikings? They're there with Kevin O'Connell doing a good job too, but let's be serious. They have Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league. If Quinn had a Jefferson, imagine what he would already be doing. The great truth is that Dan Quinn brought a winning mentality that we haven't seen in the Commanders for a long time. He knows what it takes to win, and he brought that to Washington. The players bought into the idea, the fans too, and the result is a team that looks different from anything we've seen in recent years. And now, with the Commanders more than ready for the rest of the season, it's hard to imagine Quinn not taking this award home. If nothing derails from here on out, this Coach of the Year award already has an owner, and it's deserved. But what do you think, fan? Is Quinn the guy who will finally take the Commanders back to the top of the NFL? Or is there another coach who could unseat him? Come on, I want to know your opinion. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment below so we can exchange ideas about all this.